A desperate 6-year-old's 911 call changes everything when she tells police, "Mommy won't wake up." But what starts as a simple welfare check reveals a mother trapped in a deadly game with a ruthless drug dealer. Watch this heart-racing story of a little girl whose brave decision saves her mom and brings down a criminal empire. Drop a heart if your heart breaks for Emma and let us know where you're watching from. It was 8 a.m. on a quiet Tuesday in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, when 911 dispatcher Sarah Mitchell picked up a call that changed everything. A tiny voice, shaky and afraid, came through her headset. "Hello? Can someone help me? My mommy won't wake up," the little voice said. "She's been sleeping since yesterday, and I'm really hungry." Sarah's heart raced as she quickly typed into her computer. "Hi, sweetie, I'm here to help. Can you tell me your name?" "Emma. Emma Thompson." "I'm 6, the child replied. "I tried making breakfast, but we don't have any milk for cereal. And mommy's door is locked. I knocked lots of times." Sarah kept Emma talking while dispatching officers Pete Davis and Maria Lopez to the address she traced. Emma lived in Oakwood Apartments on 5th Street, a place the police knew well for its drug problems and late-night fights. "Emma, some police officers are coming to help you and your mom," Sarah assured her. "Can you tell me what you did since yesterday?" "I watched TV and ate all the snacks I could reach," Emma said. "I tried to be quiet because Mommy said she had a headache. But she didn't come out for dinner or to tuck me in. She always tucks me in." Officers Davis and Lopez arrived at the apartment complex within minutes. The building's security door was broken again, and the lobby smelled like cigarettes. They climbed 3 flights of stairs, following the sound of cartoons echoing through thin walls. When they knocked on apartment 3C, tiny footsteps approached the door. Emma peered through the crack, then opened it wide. She wore yesterday's clothes, a pink unicorn shirt and purple leggings. Her blonde hair was tangled in half-undone pigtails. The living room told the story of a child left alone, empty juice boxes, candy wrappers, and crackers scattered around the couch. Blankets and pillows were piled in front of the TV, where Emma had made herself a nest. "Can you help my mommy now?" Emma asked, clutching a worn teddy bear. "Her door's this way." Officer Lopez knocked hard on the bedroom door. "Miss Thompson? Police department, we need you to open up." Silence. She nodded to Officer Davis, who kept Emma occupied while she picked the lock. The bedroom was dark and stuffy. Jessica Thompson lay face down on her unmade bed, barely breathing. Her skin was pale and clammy. Pills and bottles covered the nightstand, some prescribed, some not. "Get medical here now," Officer Lopez shouted, checking Jessica's weak pulse. "Possible overdose, victim unconscious but breathing." While they waited for paramedics, Officer Davis talked with Emma in the living room. He noticed how she kept looking at a photo on the wall, Jessica and Emma at a park, both smiling. It looked old. "Emma, has your mom been sleeping a lot lately?" he asked gently. Emma nodded. "Since the nice man started visiting. But he's not very nice anymore. He makes mommy cry." "What nice man?" "He brings packages for mommy to keep safe. But last time he got really mad because she lost one. He said she had to pay him back." Officer Lopez, meanwhile, found something strange in the kitchen. Every cabinet was perfectly organized, with cans and boxes lined up by size. The fridge was nearly empty except for takeout boxes and energy drinks. The trash had been recently emptied, but a torn package wrapper stuck out from under the sink. Then she opened the hallway closet. Behind winter coats and shoe boxes was a small safe, partially hidden by a hanging dress. Inside, they found stacks of cash, small bags of white powder, and a notebook full of names and numbers. Paramedics arrived, rushing Jessica to the hospital. As they carried her out on a stretcher, Emma started crying. "Is mommy going to be okay?" Officer Davis picked her up, letting her sob into his shoulder. "The doctors will help her," he promised. "You did exactly the right thing calling us. You might have saved your mom's life." But looking at the evidence they'd found, both officers knew this was bigger than an overdose. Jessica Thompson wasn't just a troubled mom, she was caught in something dangerous. And her 6-year-old daughter's call for help had just exposed a drug operation that had been poisoning their city for months. As Emma fell asleep on the couch, exhausted from her ordeal, Officer Lopez called their sergeant. This case was about to crack open wide, and somewhere in Cedar Rapids, a nice man was about to discover his operation wasn't so secret anymore. At Cedar Rapids Hospital, Jessica Thompson drifted in and out of consciousness. The doctors pumped her stomach and gave her medicine to counter the pills. Officer Lopez sat by her bed, waiting. She needed answers. Finally, Jessica opened her eyes. When she saw the officer, tears started flowing. "Emma," she whispered. "Where's Emma?" "She's safe." Officer Davis took her to his wife Linda. "She's a social worker," Lopez explained. "Emma saved your life by calling 911. Jessica's face crumpled. "I never meant for this to happen. I just wanted to sleep, to forget everything." "Tell me about the nice man Emma mentioned," Lopez said. "The one who brings packages." Jessica's eyes widened with fear. "I can't. He'll kill me." "He almost did that today, through you," Lopez said. "We found the safe, Jessica. We know you're holding drugs for someone. Emma needs her mom. Help us catch him." Down at the police station, Detective Mike Chin studied the notebook from Jessica's safe. Names, dates, amounts, it was all there. But one name kept showing up, Ray Martinez. Meanwhile, Emma sat in Linda Davis's office at Child Services, drawing pictures. "This is the nice man's car," she said, holding up her drawing. "It's black and shiny. He has a snake on his hand." Linda gently took the picture, a child's drawing of a black SUV. She texted it to her husband. Detective Chin pulled up Ray Martinez's file. Multiple arrests for drug dealing, but nothing stuck. And there it was in his photo, a snake tattoo on his right hand. Jessica finally broke down and told Officer Lopez everything. Ray had seemed kind at first, offering her easy money to store packages. As a single mom working 2 jobs, she couldn't resist. But then packages went missing, stolen by addicts who broke in. Ray said she owed him $50,000. "He said he'd hurt Emma if I didn't pay," Jessica sobbed. "I started taking pills to cope with the stress. I just wanted to make it stop." Detective Chin organized a sting operation. They left the apartment exactly as they found it, but now with hidden cameras. If Ray came looking for his drugs, they'd be ready. They didn't have to wait long. That night, a black SUV pulled up to Oakwood Apartments. Ray Martinez walked in heading straight for 3C. The moment he opened the safe, police swarmed in. Ray fought back, but he never stood a chance. In his SUV, they found more drugs, guns, and evidence linking him to 3 other drug operations in the city. 2 weeks later, Jessica sat in a rehab center's garden, hugging Emma tight. She was getting clean, attending therapy, and working with the police to bring down the rest of Ray's operation. "I'm sorry I scared you, baby," Jessica whispered to Emma. Emma squeezed her mom tighter. "Are the bad dreams gone?" "Getting there," Jessica smiled. "The doctors here are helping me. And you know what? You're my hero." Officer Lopez visited them that afternoon, bringing Emma a junior police badge. "The whole department pitched in to help pay for your mom's treatment," she told them. "What you did, Emma, being brave enough to call us, helped us catch a really bad man." As she watched Emma proudly pin on her badge, Officer Lopez thought about all the other Jessicas out there, people trapped in dangerous situations, afraid to ask for help. Sometimes it took a child's innocent action to break that cycle of fear. Jessica was starting over, getting job training through a victim support program. Emma was back in school, telling everyone how her mom was getting better and how she wanted to be a police officer someday. That nice man wouldn't be so nice where he was going, facing 20 years in prison. His drug operation was dismantled, and Cedar Rapids was a little bit safer. That evening, as Jessica tucked Emma into bed, something she'd never take for granted again, she asked, "How did you know to call 911? Emma smiled sleepily. "My teacher said they help people who need it. And I knew we needed help, Mommy. I love you." Jessica kissed her daughter's forehead, tears in her eyes. "I love you too, my brave girl. Sweet dreams." Outside their window, a police car drove by slowly, Officer Lopez doing an extra patrol, watching over the little girl who reminded them all that sometimes the biggest heroes come in the smallest packages.